Today, I'd like to discuss the whole process of syndication, kind of what it entails and what happens after we do syndicate, how do we communicate with the investors and so forth. I hope you looked at and listened to my module on why PPM and what is PPM and also about the investors types. As a syndicator, as you will determine the emerging market, you will also be building a strong team of commercial brokers. They are really good people to build with and, talk to them on regular basis and send them some gifts and get to be on their top level. I call them with the commercial brokers, especially only the selling listing brokers. Remember, we don't really like to get buyer brokers, but listing brokers can really help you a lot, whether they can bring the listings to you. We call them as pocket listings, which they put them in the pocket for a few days or a week or so before even they tell anybody about it, or even pre-pocket listings when the ink is not dried up. In other words, those are the best listings. We always keep on asking them, by the way, what other deals are you talking to? What owners are thinking about selling in this particular market? And we can grab that deal before even it comes out in the open. Remember, LoopNet and CoStar, they're good websites, but a lot of times the properties, when they come out that much in the open for the whole world to see, they've gone through about 5 layers. The pre-ink, we call them, pre-pocket, then pocket, then in their office or with their friends, they give that listing for a few days so that friends could find a buyer. Then their office floor, they give it to them. Then that particular commercial fourth level will be like they will pass it to their other branches, larger like Marcus and Millichaps or CBRE. See if their brokers or sales people can find a buyer. Or the fifth or sixth layer is when they send it out into LoopNet and other things like that. Real estate attorney or attorneys, loan broker, 1 or 2 or 3 maybe, a general contractor, who will be helping you to look at the property, the ins and outs, the boilers, the roof. The due diligence inspector also could be the same general contractor who could do that in that market. Maybe appraiser. It's good to build in your team an appraiser because they can also give you some leads of some properties coming on the market, or they could give you an idea whether what you're trying to pay is the right amount or wrong or less or more. A commercial property management company is a great 2 or 3 companies to talk to in that market, emerging market, to get their feelings. What part of town is nice and not nice, and how are the collections, and what are the vacancy rates, and kind of find out from them, really digging into what has happened in the past 5 years, or what's the progress going to be in the next 5 years or 10 years, and how have they seen that part of the emerging market or growth or value add, different things like that. You could find out the rent comparisons. Of course, the broker should be also providing you a lot of this stuff. We have 2 companies. One is the acquisition part of it. The other one is the management part of it. So we do both together. We like it because we can control and see every dollar coming and going out and so forth like that. But you may like to hire an management company from outside, very reputable one. Do ask around for references and so forth, and make sure you're really sold on them. How their bookkeeping is, how they put together the reports, and all those things need to go into place to get a very nice property management company.